This countdown came from nowhere. We don't know where this came from. This was a new thing. I don't know how it happened. CM, it wasn't me, definitely. All right, I know it
Well,
wasn't you. Probably
man,
restream doing some BS stuff, but it was interesting to see. Anyways, we got this now. We'll make sure this won't happen again. Delete this. Anyway, CM, we are gonna talk about our crypto rate cuts about to happen. Inflation numbers coming in last week on a Friday. But before all that, please, everyone, smash that like button, comment, tell us how are you doing today on this fine Sunday weekend. We're coming to you live from Spain, ladies and gentlemen. Having a beautiful time. Hopefully you too. Write down how you're feeling. CM, how are you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you, man?
I'm doing good, man. It's a Sunday, it's a family time. And even though it's a Sunday, CM, I had a vecino, a neighbor, man, thinking he can do whatever he wants. He started renovating some spaces. I couldn't even be in the house for an hour. We need to get out of the house, but he promised he will finish it in an hour. I don't understand people. It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday, man. Chillax. Chillax. Don't
Man,
renovate.
so many haters all around the world, man. I thought you saying the top was in. I still believe the top is in, man. It just baboons don't understand that a top takes time to establish. It's a process. Topping is a process, okay? Just like KASPA was topping out for a year, Bitcoin, in my opinion, again, I might be wrong, baboony, but in my opinion, Bitcoin is topping out, okay? It's topping out. I think it's topping out. But again, we are traders. We trade opportunities. We don't give an F about Bitcoin. We have longs ready to print. We've been printing in October like the best month of the year, while all the other baboons in crypto made no money. Jomo, they made no money because they don't trade the right coins. They don't even trade. They don't buy. They don't take profit. They don't trade the leaders. We had 5 coins that went more than a double in a day. In a day. This completely rock my account, rock my world. And again, we're going to keep trading this market, whether it's long or short. We don't give an F about the top is in, the top is not in. Jomo, the crypto people, they're like little babies, whining, non-stop whiny, pooky, all day. They complete missing out on the objective to make fucking ROI, man. We're making ROI, bam, bam, bam. Just got a screenshot from my lifetime member. I will show it on my Twitter. He just sent me a screenshot that he nailed another double on the H trade, which actually was another 150% last week. It's like, we are doing a fantastic. Life is amazing. People are just so salty because they made the mistake. And man, most of them are like that. Made the mistake of buying and holding rubbish coins. I don't know what. They made some kind of agreement with themselves. I'm going to hold this coin till 2026 and I'm going to get rich. Cookie. And now it's not happening. So they're very salty. Instead of stopping for a second and see, hey, what is going on? Who is making the mistake? Am I make mistake or the market is making a mistake? People are not accountable, man. So many unaccountable people that cannot really accept they made a mistake, buying the wrong coins, and they can sell it. It's okay to sell a coin in a loss. It's okay. It's okay to realize a loss, understand you lost, the market cooked you. Take the capital, study the market, and go for the next coin, okay? They are all just trades, okay? People just don't get it, Jomo. It's like,
Look, man, I get it. Look, this dude, and I will give that to him because in the next question he say, "Hey, he's not hating. He's not hating. Is a question. It's a genuine question." Okay. So, by the way, Mister A3 and I know, and I don't know what it is. When you come with a question like this, I thought you said the top is in. It sounds like you're kind of being sarcastic about something. So definitely you can anticipate someone is going to become defensive. Look, the thing is like this. First of all, okay, we said that it with a high degree of probability the top is in. And I'm still in that camp. Anything can change. We can't predict the market. We never said that we are clairvoyant. We're not prophets, okay? But I will just share my screen so people can appreciate the chart for just 1 second, okay? When we said the top is in, okay, this is the top, okay, that we thought that has a high degree of probability that is in, okay? Now, a high degree of probability doesn't mean that it's 100%, okay? It means that from our experience, this looks very much like a potential top. Now, if all of a sudden it will do like this and go to new highs, the beautiful thing is that we're going to be on top of it, okay? We will not miss, on trades that are going to continue up higher on this. We're going to keep on, being on top of the trades, just like we are right now. By the way, right now, as CM said, the last 8 trade, we have a few trades right now open. We are trading the market, okay? So when we say that with a high degree of the top is in, the top is still here, okay? So you're coming here and saying you thought the top is in while the top is here. So first of all, the top is still kind of there, waiting to be broken. And you know what? Hopefully it will be broken, because I don't mind going to new highs. I don't mind going into euphoria. I don't mind a continuation. I really don't, because that would mean more long opportunities, more trading, more whatever, right? I'm good with that, okay? But if I come and say something that will actually is counter to what most people think can happen, because that's what we're seeing, then understand that it doesn't come from a wishful thinking. It comes from just experience, and experience is just a measure of probability for us traders, okay? So you're saying being sarcastic over here while the top is still in, okay? Now, if this happens, Mr. A3, come and ask that question. But as long as the top is in, you can't come and ask that question, okay? So right now, the analysis is still kind of, at least in my part, it's still in, okay? And I will share some more light. CM, if we go, for example, and we look at the NASDAQ, for example, look at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ as of yesterday went to new highs, okay? The NASDAQ went to new highs. Gold is kind of in blow-off top area, but you can see that gold outperformed Bitcoin in the last couple of months. Take a look. While Bitcoin was moving nowhere, gold made another 25%. The NASDAQ is moving to new highs, and Bitcoin is still, fluffy, okay, over here. Even Ethereum, which kind of led the last rally, is also still kind of fluffy, okay? So we are looking at this, okay, and appreciating the fact that most of the clues are still suggesting that crypto is weak, okay? And it's very counterintuitive to what we would think might happen, because also, CM, on Friday, 2 days ago, the numbers came in, inflation numbers came in better than expected, okay? They came in better than expected, meaning you would think that on a better than expected numbers, you'll get, a rush for a buy. Now, that didn't happen. We are getting, positive price action since Friday. I will give that, but it's nothing to go to the bank with. And this week, we have the Fed rate decision on Wednesday, okay? So I would argue, CM, that if inflation is going down, the Fed has a higher probability of another rate cut, which is right now, predicted with a high degree of probability. And I would expect the market to be really on top of that. And I'm just arguing something just feels off in that regard. So we've been saying that multiple times in the past. What do you have here, CM?
Yeah, man, the rate cuts, for me, I still think they are bearish. I still think they are going to be, they can be, the rate cuts on Wednesday can be a sell the news dump. Whether after it, whether you're gonna have like a little rally, a fake bounce, and then it's gonna dump. But for me now, we're getting some nice, some nice coins looking like they want to continue higher. So I like it. I'm ready to trade them. I'm trading there, making ROI, big bling bling bling. But I'm defensive. I'm keeping an eye on the next Bitcoin smack in the face, because it's coming, man. It's coming. It's inevitable. We are much more close. People don't get it. We're much closer to a bear market than to a bull market. You know what I mean? We are at the end. It's very, very, if you look at history, we are at the end of the Bitcoin bull, So people need to understand. And we talked about it. There is always, before Bitcoin take a big shit, there is a little mini altcoin run, altcoin bull for before they pull the rug, okay? And we can show you many examples of it. Now, this guy is asking, what do you think about the money rotating from gold to BTC narrative? Absolute dog shit for baboons, okay? This is not possible, man. It's not possible. I'll tell you why. The gold market, when you buy gold, you buy it on brokerages or on physical gold, okay? They don't have Bitcoin. You know, the person that assumably selling its gold, yeah, for Bitcoin cannot do it because you cannot rotate physical gold, sell it to cash, or sell it directly to Bitcoin. It's absolute dog shit. Man, people are so naive, Jomo. People are so naive. They eat the all the dog shit with a spoon out there. It's unbelievable. That makes me even more bearish on the market because the amount of nonsense you hear now. Oh, gold top, so Bitcoin will run, oh, Bitcoin going to 1 million. Oh, the Michael Saylor, man, so much fluffy bullshit, I think this market is cooked and it's gonna top out soon, and the gold narrative is a complete Ponzi to lull in more investors to believe, oh, yes, we're gonna get the money from the gold now, and now we're gonna get trillions to crypto. Not possible, not gonna happen, man. That's not gonna happen. No.
Well, I appreciate what you're saying, CM. A lot of the gold is being bought, like, bars. Like countries have been buying, and banks have been buying gold, and big institutions have been buying gold, everything like gold bars and, accumulating gold and whatever. But I do appreciate that, the thing about this is just, I don't know to the extent of how much money has been made on like ETFs on gold, all right, or gold company stocks. That can happen. Now, to say that a rotation can happen, you need a lot of money to rotate from gold into, Bitcoin, which has an ETF, right, to really propel price higher. So I'm leaning towards what CM is saying, where I think the majority of the money made just cannot be rotated enough to move Bitcoin to be the next kind of, push up. I don't think it's a catalyst. Can we have some sort of rotation? Yeah. All right, we can, because some people have been making money on gold, on ETFs and whatever. And of course, companies that are related to gold mines and whatever. Okay. But I believe the majority of, of the money made in gold was by huge institutions. And I don't think they rotate money in that sense. Okay. They don't rotate. Oh, they're not speculators. Okay. Those people that really made huge banks on gold bars and everything, those are not speculators. So they won't move to the next asset. And I do believe that, the big hedge funds that might be already in the winning side are already in crypto. Okay. They don't put all their money in one asset class, like, oh, I'm all in gold, and when gold tops, I'm going to go all in crypto. I don't think that's how it works. Okay. So I'm leaning towards, I'm not in that extreme, side of CME, like baboon side, but I do appreciate that. I don't think that argument stands. Okay. I don't believe.
Hey, Mr. Gloven, how you doing? Yes, exactly. This is how we've been thinking all this cycle. There is no alt season. No alt season anymore, man. At the moment, there is no evidence of it. You have selective altcoin season, exactly like that. Selective coins are pumping. That's it. If you're not nailing the movers, you're not making any ROI. Nothing. Your coins are actually going down. That's why we invite you all. Join our VIP link below. We'll change your life completely, man. Like, this month been legendary. Legendary, Jomo. My accounts are singing hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I actually passed, the triple digit gains as of 10 days ago. Triple digit gains for my accounts as of 10 days ago, just by being consistent without the need to go FOMO, YOLO. Again, professionalism, consistency, just, winning on the market over and over again. That's how we do it. So, we're happy about it very much. Look, this Jay Rumi dude, CM, he tagged us on Twitter yesterday, tagging us that he made, an EVAA trade all by himself. By the way, way to go! He made, with leverage, which we don't use leverage again. So I told him, hey, we don't use leverage,
Oh my
but
God.
that's okay. He made 144%. Way to go, Mr. J. Rumi. Very excited for you. I think he's one of your members.
I don't know, man. I don't know. If you're a member, let me know, man. Let me know if you're a member of the VIP. And please, do yourself a favor. Don't use leverage because you're gonna burn your account. You're gonna blow up your account, especially not on these scammy coins that are pumping so hard, man. You don't need leverage. What does it say about the KASPA Maxi? What do you think about it? What do you mean? Like,
I don't know that. I didn't even read that. I think he's like, screwing with us because this is the guy that always says that I'm accumulating CASP. I think this is the dude that says that I'm accumulating CASP. So he's like, trolling us a little bit.
yeah, man, share the link. We can look at it. We can look on the KASPA Maxi nonsense. But yeah, let's look on some coins. Let me show you some coins, guys, that people like. Let's look on KASPA first. Give me a sec. KAS. Well, KASPA can definitely bounce here. Still mega bearish on KASPA. It's one of the big losers. Below its 50-week MA. I'm not touching it. If you're touching it now, baboons. Only baboons are buying this. Why? Because the chances of it exploding now are very, very slim. And yeah, you have much better coins to trade. That's rubbish for me. There is no edge in this chart. Absolute dog shit. ZBCN. ZBCN actually look much better. Holding above the 200-day. Very choppy here. Very weak. But we are open-minded. If it breaks the downward trend, we are buyers. We're going to trade it. We're going to long it. We'll see if it can do that. At the moment, it looks extremely weak here. But maybe it's bottoming out. Maybe, we'll see. If it breaks out, it can be a very good trade. We're going to take it. What else do we have here? Some dude asked about XRP Army. XRP actually looking kind of cute to me. We definitely watching XRP for a long. Yes, absolutely looking nice to me. What else? Let's look on. Give me a coin. ETH. Let's look on ETH. Yeah. You showed ETH as well. Consolidate. Yeah, man. This is like, Ethereum is under its 5K. As long as Ethereum is under 5K, you will not get an altcoin season, like a proper alt season. Ethereum must take off for an altcoin season. At the moment, it's just too slow. And I don't know if we have enough time for Ethereum to rip now, and break and surge, into new highs. I don't know if we have time, man. I really don't know, man. And that's why, we're not trading all these coins, crypto, we trade only selective coins. Show you some charts I'm watching. By the way, look at MSTR. MSTR is still under its 50-week MA. Cannot really recovering. That's usually bearish for crypto. Okay, that's why I believe the top is in, because MSTR, I believe the top it's in for MSTR, and it's trigger a bear, and it's very correlated to crypto. That's why I think the top is in for the guy that was talking. And also, you have the dollar. If you look on the big picture chart, looks like it's ready to pump.
Pump.
That's why it looks to me, man. Looks like it's ready to pump. We're gonna get a dollar pump probably in November, December, which will crash the market. If you're not gonna get it, if you're gonna get it just a chop, maybe crypto can rally. But man, if it starts pumping in November, December, man, can be bearish.
Did you see the action of today on the dollar on the DXY? Put it on daily.
Today,
yeah, not today. Sorry, Friday. The wick.
Nothing, man. Just consolidation. It didn't really crash on the CPI. So that's
we're not on the same for the same shot. It had a bigger wick on the chart that I'm using, on the futures chart, right? The futures chart that I'm using is actually a tradable chart. So people trade it. So it's a bit different. Anyway, I'll talk about it later.
Doesn't matter, man. When you look on this kind of coin, coin chart, you look on the big picture. The big picture looks like it's bottoming out, and and at the moment, with all the dollar weakness, we didn't see anything, So
No, I
nice.
agree. Look at this. What happened over here? This kind of move, and I know you like the candles. You know how it closes up high. For the DXY to do something like this, it doesn't happen very, quite that much, where you have like a huge spike down and then closing on the green. Actually, okay, this is kind of an interesting price action on the DXY, at least from traders perspective, because again, this is the future index, so this is actually being traded. Very interesting, and actually it confirms what you're saying, right? That the dollar is more strong than weak right now. Okay, well, with my experience in the dollar, we really need to break below the 96 level on the DXY for crypto to have its last move. Okay, and it hasn't done that yet. Might not do it, on this cycle, because just how this cycle is as that much different. And you said it earlier. You said, people are waiting for that alt season. We don't wait for an alt season. We just trading environments. Okay, because if you are waiting for an alt season, CM, for example, October, as you said, beautiful month, right? Your accounts are singing hallelujah, right? I said I reached 100, more than 100% mark on my accounts and everything. So even this month, it depends on which coin you look at. 99% of the coins look smoked, smashed, especially after that Friday implosion of the 10th and 11th of October, right? Smashed, cooked. One of our best trades through this whole year, okay, came afterwards on Age. Okay, Age was a beautiful trade that just smoked right after the implosion. So if people, and I'm going to share the chart over here. Sam, if you want to, you can share.
Let me share the H chart. You've been sharing it all the last live. Let me share it for one time, for God's sake.
Go for it.
For God's sake. Let me share the H, man. Look at the H. Okay, we had 2 trades on H. I'll show you. Okay, this was the first H trade. Okay, actually you had 3, but I'll show you the 2. Okay, you can see buy now price was 82 cents, October 13. Okay, remember that. Okay, H. Okay, let me show you the H trade. Okay, look at that. That was the first entry on H. Right here, 82. Right here, you can see that breakout. Bam! Immediately on the day, bam, 150%. Bam, 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 and another bam. Then it consolidated here. Actually, we had another little trade here. We nailed 50% move here on that pump. Okay. Then we had this trade, this one, from October 22nd, buying the break above 5155. Okay. Look at that. Right here, sir. That was our entry, buying the break above 155. Right here, we enter on this candle, on this little candle here. Look what happened, man. Boom. Look what happened. Ba-bam, another 150%. What your coins were doing? Absolute nothing. Jack shit. I'll show you my member. Where is my member? Let me just refresh it. My effing X is doing me problem.
Yeah.
My member shared me a screenshot. Anyway, I need to fuck it. Anyway, but anyway, you can see 150% here, 150% here, man. While people are, doing absolutely nothing. Really, it's life changing. Being the VIP, okay? To be in the VIP, this year or even this cycle, it's life changing because alone, all these newbies, Jomo, they're cooked, man. They are so cooked. They are perpetual losers. Not only they're not catching the bangers that we catch because they are unprofessional morons, they also buy the losers and averaging down on them.
That's a problem, big problem.
It's so life-changing to join the VIP, man. Like, instead of being a baboon that eats banana and crying for his wife that he's losing everything and gonna work in McDonald's, you become a professional trader.
Exactly.
Print in any kind of environment. print, man.
Exactly. Look, I agree 100%. And the point I was trying to say is that even this month, so many coins are smashed and cooked, and me and you, we're still making it happen because we're not waiting for a real alt season anymore. Okay, we're just trading the trades that are coming towards us. We find the opportunities. And by the way, CM, we offer also a lifetime membership, which is just the best bang for the buck, right? You pay once, but then you stick with us for years over years over years. And that small investment, because it's an investment, most people lose much more money on just stupid ass trades by being, uneducated. Okay. But if you just put a small investment for a lifetime, it's a life changing, investment that you make. And then it just perpetually, helps you increase your lifestyle, improve your lifestyle. Maybe you can be like CM, where he just sings the hallelujah all the time because he's a bachelor over here. I'm more of a family guy. But either way, both of us are really happy because it's just a lifestyle thing. So as we say this multiple times, all the time actually, stop waiting for an alt season because it doesn't work like that anymore. All you need to do is be professional enough to find the opportunities that are in hand right now, whether to the long side, right, buying and selling higher, or to the short side, right, while you bet on the way down. Both of these things are equally, as viable as one of another. You don't need to be, some people, I have, for example, some new members, CM, and I've been posting a bit more shorts this month in the mid-month then because they came after all the successes and they were like, you know what, we don't short, we just want the long side. And I tell them, why? Stop with just, being about one thing. Your thing should be, what can I do to increase my ROI? That's it. Not, the mentality of I do X and that's it. You need to ditch that. You need to decide, instead of I do this, I want to achieve this. Okay? Then you open yourself to all the possibilities the market wants to give you. And that's how we do it. By the way, CM, we have Roger here, our dear friend Roger, and he's asking about NIMIC. He says he's not only KASPA, and he's asking about NIM. CM, I believe that NIM is like a 7-year-old project or so. I remember NIM from 2017, if I'm not mistaken, I don't see it traded on any more, centralized exchanges anymore. I just see it on KuCoin right now, which is very odd. Let me just, let me talk to my friend Roger over here, CM, because I know you're going to squeeze his head off, all right? So this is NIM, okay? Now, I thought I remember it from 2017. I can't find a longer chart, okay, of it, or that like an index or something that can see everything. But you can see, it's on Mexi also. But you can see that on these exchanges that came post 2017, it's just being a perpetual, again, loser, Roger. And look, the KASPA thing at least, had kind of a run and had, beautiful things to it. While this NIM thing, I just don't understand what are you doing over here. It's not only a perpetual loser, it's one of the worst losers in the entire market, okay? Since, the top in 2021, it hasn't, it had this one thing over here. It was like a week of, I don't know, like a short squeeze or whatever. But, this shows you no one is really interested. No one is interested in this. And this is the thing, guys. You need to, when you come and ask these questions, look, I get it. You have no idea what you're doing. You don't have a true coin selection characteristics, okay? Because, or what you're saying is I buy low and that's it. And that's, I think, it's just stupid and non-conducive, strategy. But looking at these coins, you need to think, and I'm going to say it this way. Stop thinking you are smarter than the market, okay? Stop thinking you're smarter than everyone else, okay? I think that's the problem. When someone thinks he's that much smart, that's why I say I'm stupid. Me and CM, we humbled ourselves to a degree. We understand, we know nothing but our entries and exits, and we understand like how market can fluctuate because we have an intuitive feeling. But it feels like the more you think you're smart, the less you have a chance of succeeding because you will try arguing with the market all the time, okay? And arguing with the market is fruitless. You can't argue with the market, okay? You just can't. Maybe at times the market will agree with you because you were lucky that it was so delicate that it fluffed you a little bit and say, you know what, I'm going to help you for just a while, but it won't happen for long. So you need to become, more humble to the idea that you need to flow with me. That's like what the market is saying. But instead, people are trying to fight the market all the time, and buying and believing in, for example, a coin like NIM, I believe, is trying to outsmart the market. You are not smarter than the market, Roger. I'm not smarter than the market. No one is smarter than the market. And this is just right now at the pure bottom of bottoms of bottoms. So what you're trying to say is, hey, I know something that everyone else don't. And that's just not true. You don't. No one knows something else that everyone else. No one. Okay? So that's my take.
Let me show you a mint layer. Where is mint layer? What's the ticker? Mint layer? It's a
Maybe it's
scam.
mint.
It's a scam. ML, yeah, ML. Look, it got delisted. Oh, it's on Gate.io. It is cooked, man. It is dead. It is cooked. It had a huge pump, I remember, in 2023. Okay, when it was on, it was on Nexi, and some exchanges. Then since then, it is cooked, dead man. All these people, they buying dead coins and they expect them to come back to life. While we know once the coin had a monster move, this was like 100x or something, or 50x. Once it had a 50x move, it's very unlikely to recover, man. And it's very unlikely to make another move, especially if you don't have futures, no buyers, low volume crap. Man, absolute dog shit. Absolute dog shit. And yeah, all these people that really, they don't know what to do with their capital, just gambling away. That's man, quit crypto. Just give it to homeless people on the metro. Go to your metro station. All the people that are singing songs and giving candies to people, just stop them and give them all your capital. It will change their life at least. At least you're gonna do something good with your capital. It's a rubbish coin. And do yourself a favor, Jomo, explain to them. All the cheap baboons that don't want to join VIP, they can try our bootcamp. We have an upcoming bootcamp this Wednesday, which will teach you how to trade in this moment. We're going to have live trading session. We're going to show you all our candidates for longs, where you enter, how much you put, how to trade, where you put your stops, where you take your profits, and profit taking strategy. We're going to show you all that. Also, we're going to show you all the short candidates, what will happen, what will trigger for us a bear market or a short environment for altcoins. We're going to show you everything. Check out the Endgame Bootcamp with the link below. Scan the QR code, man. Will change your life forever, man. Because we're going to also give you all the watch list. This is like easy ROI, man. All the watch list, if you know how to watch the charts, and we're going to give you all the nuances on how to, on each coin that we like, where we're going to buy and what kind of conditions will trigger a buy or a short. So yeah, this is going to be a very good webinar, a bootcamp. Check it out, man.
Yeah, they have 25%, as you said over here, the Endgame 25. If you want to come and join, we just invite you. This is where you're going to get the alpha, guys. You want true alpha? You want to stop with the nonsense? This is where you're going to get it. Very cheap for everyone. By the way, CM, this is the fallacy. You want to see what's the fallacy, CM? This is something that everyone just, kind of uses way too much. Okay, we'll just remove the QR code for just 1 second. So you see over here, maybe I'll actually move us also. You can see that this is a chart. It's the, psychology of a market cycle. Now, people think, CM, that because this is happened to work every now and then, it did, even I used this in 2017 when I wasn't true professional. They think this applies to everything, So the argument is that each coin, whatever, right, goes to a market cycle and eventually gets to these bottoms over here. It will start a new rally and eventually will become, a new coin, a new bull market for it, or whatever, okay? So I think I'm going to call something over here that I never did, because I argue that this is it's good to understand this, okay? And this is what I'm going to say. It's good to understand that this This happens. This is a true phenomenon, a psychological phenomenon. But this is a fallacy to trade on it. Okay, the fact that something got to an anger or depression level, which is the lower ends of that market cycle, doesn't mean it will go to a new market cycle later on. Okay, it's not one equals the other. There's no direct correlation. I would argue that actually 99% of coins that reach the anger or depression phases, they stay there. Okay, they stay there. They maybe have somewhat pumps, like the NEM thing that we showed had a random move, not something that you can bank off, not something that you can use as a strategy. So I'm going to say to all of you guys today, if you stop trading on this chart, stop finding, buy low, sell high things, okay, and instead wait for confirmations. Find those patterns, okay, those catalysts that they are over and over confirm that they work, okay, and that's how you can make ROIs. And by the way, it's hard to find. So the best thing to do is just to come this Wednesday to the bootcamp, the Endgame bootcamp, where we show it to you. Okay, you just come, couple of hours, we show you these things. You can take it back home, study it, and of course we're going to share the list of our coins that we're going to trade in the next month or two, the list of bangers. Okay, by the way, Sim, you're on mute if you want to chime in. Okay, then you can make a start. And that's what we're doing this, to help you get a head start, because we know so many of you just don't have it.
Bro, all these people that they're buying the bottoms and the wrecked coins, you cannot talk with them about entries and stuff because they are complete baboons. They need a transplant of new brain. They are cooked, man. The only way for them to make it, the only way, is to attend the webinar or to attend our VIP and start a journey towards trading. Because what they've been doing all their life is absolute rubbish. It's investing. It's gambling. It's gambling. You're buying cooked coins. They have no information. They have no idea what they're doing. They have no game plan. They have no triggers or conditions to, if they're wrong, if they go out. They don't have exit plan. Man, these people are complete babies, amateurs. You're talking with them about entries and stuff. It's like you're gonna talk about some little boy that come to start a basketball training for the first time, and you talk with him about, hey, do a jump shot and go for a dunk from the wing. The boy will say, what? And they don't understand, because they are in the baboon phase. They must move up in the scale. Okay, they cannot understand this kind of stuff. They don't have the faculties to understand it. They are cooked. The only way for them to really uncook themselves is to ditch the amateur gambler baboon mindset and start studying markets. Study markets, study the greats, study markets, study the greats, follow mentors, follow professional traders like me and you, follow people that have been doing it for 8 years. Just like you go training in the gym, you can follow the ugly 90-year-old lady on the ski machine doing that, get no results. Or you can follow Mr. Olympia, Arnold Schwarzenegger techniques. You're going to get much better returns if you follow the greats. Just follow the greats, man. Why people are so stupid, Jomo?
Because they do a mistake, CM. They do a huge mistake.
Why they're so stupid? Like, man, every time, man, for me, I'm taking myself for example. If I want to study anything in life, okay, I want to become a better basketball player. I want to become a good dancer. I want to become a good trader, a good writer, a good sleeper, whatever. I'm watching the greats, the best in the field. I'm researching them. I'm watching them on YouTube. I'm watching them on Google, whatever. I'm going to their website. I'm buying the webinars, and I'm getting better and better on this particular field. These baboons, what they're doing, nothing to progress themselves. If you're not going to progress yourself, you are cooked, my friend. You are so cooked. It's like pathetic. Really, it's pathetic. And I actually feel filth and disgust from this kind of behavior, human behavior. of loserism. But perpetual losers, they just want to lose more and more. And then they ask, how can I make money? Man, yeah, keep taking leverage trades on your meme coins, on your cooked coins. Look what you're done.
You know, I think Henry Ford said it the best, CM. He said, Henry Ford, right? Way back 100 years ago, he said, the reason why people don't understand, you know, these opportunities is because it's dressed with working clothes and looks hard or something like that. He has like a quote about how the opportunities look like work. And people don't want to work. People want to be lazy. People want to come to YouTube. You know, they are, you know, they lay down in the sofa and they look at, you know, their phone like this, and they see like a man from the woods or a galaxy dude, and they seem like, oh, just buy this. You wait a few months, it's gonna turn X easy. It's gonna turn X easy, and then you're like, oh, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do any work. I'm not gonna try to improve myself. I'm just gonna believe this dude that has nothing in his, you know, back to show that he's good at all. Just a YouTube channel with no proofs of nothing. And because it's easy, sounds easy, then I will do it. And what you said, all right, Sia, which by the way, I think it's called factoring, okay? Where if you want to become good at something, you don't look at people that, you know, didn't become the best and try to imitate what they do or try to reinvent the wheel. What you should do is called factoring, which is taking the best of the best of the best and imitate them, all right? Do what they do because those are the best. Now, the thing is that that's hard, CM, you know, most of the times because they don't share everything with everyone because they have their secret juice, the secret sauce. They don't want everyone to know the secret sauce of what they repeat, rinse, repeat every day. And the true honest thing is that it's just a little bit extra, right? That's it. You know how you know what they say about what's the difference, CM, between an ordinary and extraordinary, you know? Just a little bit extra. That's it, okay? And that extra for most people is just committing to a 3-hour bootcamp. CM, it's happening this Wednesday, 3-hour bootcamp. You can scan the QR code. You can get a 25% discount at the bottom. Use that. And that's going to be your way to say, I'm stopping everything now, okay? I'm stopping with the laziness. I'm stopping with not understanding and trying to imitate people that are lazy. And I'm trying to find out the truth about how I can actually take matter into my own hands with CM and with Jomo. That's all they need to do. That's the first step. Afterwards, they're going to have more steps they will need to do, but that's on them, okay? And that's what we preach over here. By the way, we have here Mr. Bustan is saying, very well explained, Jomo. Thank you very much. Someone, the Moroccan Cato is asking, do we think Murad will round trip his gains or maybe he has a secret wallet? Look, the question is, what will he do with his open profits? Will he take profits? Will he accept, all right, taking profits, or will he fight with the market? All right, will he fight all the way to the bottom and eventually capitulate? Probably the latter. Probably he will round trip everything, but maybe he will say at one point, you know what, I need my money and will take profits. I have no idea. Right now, it looks bleak for him. What do you think, CM?
I think he already took his profit. He already up in profit and locked in his gains, probably with profit. And all what he have now is he's riding on free lunch tokens that he got from all these meme coins cults. And yeah, he don't give an F because he don't have a skin in the game. I don't think he have skin in the game because he already took profits and he don't care about wrecking millions of people with him because he's not getting wrecked. He already made profit. He already made tons of profit from all the interviews and the nonsense and the Twitter exposure and the social success. So this guy already won.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But his followers are cooked monkeys. You know, they're all cooked.
Yeah, for sure. Most definitely. Right. Joan is saying, well, we have here actually someone is saying, you know, thank you. I don't know what that means. Mr. Milk is saying something about Pay AI is a baboon sheet. I actually can't find even a chart on it. So if something has no chart on centralized exchanges, it is, you know, just pure shit for us because we can't trade it. Mr. John Giovan is saying best thing he did was keep his capital in USDT. So what he means over here is that His base capital is USDT, and he goes in and out on trades with us in the membership. That's what he does. Instead of just keeping, an asset like KASPA or whatever coin that he wants that apparently you're enamored with. So that's the way to go. Way to go, John Giovin, actually. KP is saying, sup, good day. Shout out to K. Someone is asking about this. We're not going to talk about this here. He stretched me with AI tech. I don't know who you're talking about exactly. Siam, you want to talk about ZBCN a little bit?
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit. We'll talk about it later. I'll share the chart again.
We did talk about ZBCN. I didn't see we talk about it. We talked about.
Yeah, I gave a quick, thing that what we are watching. If it breaks out, I'm buying. If it breaks down, I'm shorting. If it breaks down, actually, this level, start closing below this level, I'll short it. If it breaks out, I'm gonna long it. At the moment, it's in a no man's land, no excitement, nothing. It's just in a chop phase, in the boredom phase. So we're waiting for the next move. Yeah, I'm waiting. A breakout, I'm buying. A breakdown, I'm shorting. Here, I don't touch it. Absolute dog shit. I have other stuff to do with my capital. Yeah, and again, people think we're like ZBCN hodlers. We're not holding ZBCN. We just trading the coin. We like the coin. We follow the coin. We like the community of the coin, and we like to cover the coin. It's a very lovely coin, but again, it's still a crypto at the end of the day. It's still just another trade, just like KASPA, just like Bitcoin, just like all of them. They're just trades for me, nothing more.
Yeah, we have open trades right now that are in the profit. We don't care about things that, again, we go where the money is flowing. That's it. Okay, where people are just want to continue buying an asset and move it higher, that's where we're at. We're not on things that are going sideways. That's it. Yeah. Look, people just need to come on Wednesday, and that's it. Wednesday, it's happening, all right, whether you want it or not. Are you going to miss another one of our webinars, another one of our boot camps where we A, teach, and B, give you a head start with coins on our list? If you are not interested, even you'll see some people are just, well, you know what? I just want your picks. Come, okay? The last hour is all about, trading, real live trading the markets, right? We're going to talk about everything that is on our watch list and focus list, okay? CM is going to share the bangers. I'm going to share the bangers. So if information, education is not for you, which I don't understand why, but let's say at least you want, the picks, come. You get those picks also, right, CM?
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Take the boot camp. We see over there. By the way, consider joining our lifetime membership on the WAP VIP for 4 months. It's time to grow up, man up. Stop being on YouTube following all these clowns with the pimples from Texas or wherever they're from, like CG and all the clowns that will disappear completely. You'll see the bear market will wipe them all, and me and Joma will probably gonna be the only ones that covering coins from time to time and go live, because all the others, man, they're gonna lose everything. They're just gonna lose everything in the bear. That's what happened in the bear market. Crypto Twitter and crypto YouTube is silent. There is Jomo, nothing. Everybody like crying in their corners. Only the short sellers are making ROI and partying, enjoying life. All the other hodlers crying, actually dying. They're actually completely getting wrecked. Going into zero. And that's why they are silent, because they understand that, hey, we lost the battle, we lost the war. They did it, not the battle, the war. They lost the war. Game over, man. Anyway, guys.
Exactly. Let me give one shout out to one of our VIPs over here. Just one thing, Umatic, where you are. Umatic is a VIP of us. Umatic, good morning, gentlemen. I want to say cheers for you. Okay, Mr. J. Rumi is saying is join now. Join now. You have nothing to do right now. You've been in front of our live. Join now, okay? Because if you're on the fence, Wednesday is going to come and you'll miss it. So join now, okay? There you go. Scan the QR code. All right, CM. Thank you very much for this show. Until the next show. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a beautiful day, a beautiful Sunday. Scan the QR